Here, you guys ready for this? Ta-da! Hey there friends, welcome to my special Thanksgiving episode to prepare us for Turkey Day. I'm going to have some slides and we're going to do some fun coding examples. These are just ICD-10-CM examples though, so just get your ICD-10-CM book ready. If you're new here, hello, my name is Victoria. I'm a medical coder, auditor, educator, and content creator, and on my channel, I provide tips, tricks, and tutorials to help you be successful in a medical coding career. So let's start getting into the holiday spirit. Get your ICD-10-CM book ready and get your pause button ready because I'm going to show you a slide that has a little festive sort of coding case on it, and then you're going to have the opportunity to code along and then see if you match me in my code selection. Don't be a turkey. Let's go do some coding cases. Okay, so here we are. Case number 1. Accident involving electric turkey carving knife. And we're going to look just for the accident code. So just the accident code. I'm going to give you a tip. It's going to start with a W. It's one of our accident codes. So we have W29.1XXA. So for argument's sake, we're going to assume that every case that we're looking at is going to be an initial encounter for those that require a 7th character extension. So that is our accident involving the electric turkey carving knife. Do you guys still use electric knives? I haven't used an electric knife. I think I had one once and I don't remember it actually being all that better than just using a manual knife. Although I'm a very handsy person, I tend to after I do my blunt dissection of the turkey and put the butter, impregnate it with butter under the skin, and it cooks, I tend to be someone who just starts yanking legs off. Let's see, next, this is a surprising one. Contact with sharp leaves. And again, this is going to be another one. We're going to assume it's the initial encounter, and that the initial encounter is, what character do we use for those initial encounters? Do you remember? Character A. There's a hint for you. So let's go. Contact with sharp leaves. W60.XXXA. Remember when we have those 7th character extensions, we have to use those placeholder X's. So there's a lot of X's in that one. This one, okay, so remember what that chemical is that makes you really, really sleepy after you eat turkey? So we'll move over here. So tryptophan. So if you have an overdose of turkey, there is a code for what we'll call it tryptophan metabolism. And that code, are you ready for it? Is E70.5, and that's the code for tryptophan metabolism, and that's the stuff that's in turkey that makes you sleepy. Didn't they do a whole Seinfeld episode about that? I seem to recall that they did. Next, and I think, did we cover this one in my Halloween one? I feel like we might have. The code for excessive eating. So look, oh my gosh, what's your favorite cookie? So look at this platter here. They've got the chocolate chunks. They've got, it looks like some oatmeal raisin in there, pecan pie, pumpkin pie, gingerbread men. I am I'm funny when it comes to the decorating cookies, the gingerbread men and the sugar cookies. I love icing. That's my favorite part. I am not good at it or talented in any way, shape, or form, but boy, do I love a good iced cookie. I'm all about the icing. So excessive eating, R63.2. Now this next one, hey, doesn't that look familiar? So if you saw my shirt with the turkey on it, that's my struck by a turkey shirt. Do you remember what code was on it? Are you ready? Here we go. There's actually, before I get into that, there's actually, I think, a code for pecked by a turkey as well, and something else. There's a couple of encounter with turkey types of codes. But the struck by a turkey happens to be W61.42XA. So now this next one, hopefully this doesn't happen to anyone this year. I like to shop online so I can avoid all of this stuff. And there's actually going to be 2 codes for this, for crushed in a Black Friday stampede. So first the crush, and then there's actually, I'm gonna give you another guy's hint, an assault code. Are you ready? So we're looking for 2 codes here. crushed, and then the fact that it's a stampede, that there was some sort of assault going on, okay? So W52.XXXA, crushed, pushed, or stepped on by crowd or human stampede, initial encounter. And then Y040XXA, assault by unarmed brawl or fight, initial encounter. Now, depending on location, because we didn't specify what location it is, but there might be, I think, a location for like a retail shopping area. So if we wanted to designate that, that might be another one we could look at as the place of occurrence. Problems with family. Isn't this every holiday? God bless you if you're someone who just has an awesome family and loves spending time with them in the holidays, because that's not always all of us now, is it? So problems with family. This is actually one of our social determinants of health codes, and there's a lot of things that can impact patient care, even though they're not a diagnosis, but things like homeless status, long work hours if they're in foster care. And it just so happens that there is a code for problems with family, specifically problems with the in-laws, which is code Z63.1. Now next, let's talk about contact with fats and cooking oils. So this happens a lot during Thanksgiving. People like to fry their turkeys, and sometimes I understand it. I've never attempted it myself, but it doesn't always go particularly well. So contact with fats and cooking oil. And we're just looking for the contact code here, not necessarily a burn, but just the contact code. So that contact code, X10.2XXA. Now, next, what are the holidays without a little football, right? So football activity, and we're just looking for the activity code here. So an activity involving football. And that would be our code Y93.62, which is actually the code for, it designates American football, because remember there's other countries where football means something totally different. So this is activity of American flag or touch football, the Y93.62. Last code, hopefully none of this happens to you during Thanksgiving or any other holiday, or hopefully any other day, indigestion. This is a pretty simple one to look up in ICD-10. So the indigestion code is K30, and the actual definition of that code is functional dyspepsia. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the presentation of my Thanksgiving slides. So did you get them all right? Of course you did. You're a coding genius. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I will be back shortly with a really fun Christmas special, because I already have a lot of Christmas cases that I've been using, and I'm gonna have some really cool stuff, and I'll probably decorate and get super festive for Christmas. I hope you enjoyed this bonus Thanksgiving episode. If you did, please, I would really appreciate it if you give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you want to get alerts every time I post these new episodes, because this is a bonus episode and you may not have been expecting it. I will see you in the next video, and until then, just keep on coding on.